All right, guys, in this video, I just want to share some other wood vapor blaster builds, okay? So these are people that have picked up the plans, they have taken this information, and they have built wood cabinets. Some of them are outside the US, some of them are inside the US, and I just kind of want to share their builds. They look pretty cool. Some of these guys have followed it down to where the color is exactly the color I used, and some have, picked the color that fits them, red, blue, black, whatever, and so forth. And some of them have used different ideas. Instead of aluminum legs, they used 2x4 legs or whatever. So, you can certainly do whatever you want. I mean, there's a million ways to accomplish the same thing. Probably be a little cheaper with wood legs. But anyway, so I've done this in the past. I've had Vapor Blaster plans out for 3 years now, dating back to the Harbor Freight plans. And I have done videos like this with the Harbor Freight plans. Harbor Freight DIY plans from around the world. I'll throw a link up here. A while back, I did a wood build from Australia. I'll throw a link up in the right. And also, I just did a video on a 1-year update on this. It didn't rot to the ground. It's still strong. It's still waterproof. It works great. There's no issues. So what I want to do every once in a while is just share pictures of people that have built their own machines, okay? I think it's pretty cool to see what other people come up with. All right, so first up, we have Gene in New York. So, dude, he's got a nice big shop. Awesome. So anyway, look at this. He's got all the wood pieces cut out. I provide prints on how to do that with all the dimensions. So the first step is to just, cut everything out. And then here, these aren't going to be necessarily in any order here. So here, it looks like he has the box built up. He's got the funnel with a little bit of putty work and some sanding and some paint. It looks, it doesn't look like wood anymore. All right, so here's some more shots. Looks like he chose white on the interior, red on the exterior, and he put a lot of lighting in here, more light bars than what I have. So he has some here on the side or right beside the glass, which is nice. So check out this shop, dude. Awesome. That is huge. All right, so here's the cabinet standing, and you can see that he used wood legs. That's going to be obviously considerably cheaper to do so. I chose to use aluminum angle, but doesn't matter. It's going to work just fine. Here's the inside. He did something a little different with the grate, and then he's using the Tacoma gun. I don't think I had my gun out when he started this build. All right, here's another thing. See that compressor in the background? I think he went with a 10 horsepower, 37 or so CFM unit, and I think it has a PLC controller, so it's variable speed or something like that. So that's pretty awesome. I mean, that is a pricey unit, but man, that is a really nice compressor. Here's just some more pictures of the cabinet. He's testing his lighting with a battery. And then this is probably the most complete picture I have of the unit. He basically mounted everything up on top just like I did. He went full closed loop, and yeah, nice job, Gene. Looks really good. All right, next up is we have Joe in Elgin. Joe actually lives probably 20, 30 minutes from me, and he actually stopped by and bought an HTMR gun in person. So that's awesome. I got to meet him. Anyway, here it is again, another wood build, and he chose to use 2x4s or some kind of wood for the legs. So that reduces the cost and so forth. So, I mean, that's totally cool, man. Whatever works for you. There's more than a million ways to do something, right? So anyway, he chose blue. That it's a nice color. He's got the Flexzilla hoses and all that good stuff. I mean, man, this looks exactly like mine, except a different color. And here's just a look on the inside. You can see he's got the Chinese gun in there right now. And then he obviously came by and picked up my HTMR gun. So he's going to install that, and it should improve things quite nicely. Looks like he used expanded metal mesh for the grate. I'm not sure if this is probably stainless, so that's what you definitely want to use. So yeah, looks like a nice build. Looks like he was able to get the job done. And here's just another picture of all the plumbing work and whatnot. So yeah, he used all the parts that I recommended. Yeah, looks good. Okay, next up is Jonathan in the UK. Jonathan, okay, so Jonathan definitely did things a lot differently in this build, but I think what the plans do is just give you, of course, the general idea, and you can copy exactly what I do, or you can just take it and go and do whatever you want. So he did quite a few things differently here, and I'll just try to point out a few things. Okay, so over here he totally has a different pump and a slurry system. I haven't seen the inside of this, I don't think so. That's certainly different than what I have. And then here at the closed loop, he is doing some filter paper to strain out junk and media and whatever, so you have clean water in here. Okay, here's a front shot of this. So he obviously has some metal fabrication skills, and he has a lot of aluminum and metal parts here. And I think the box is hybrid, wood and metal construction. I'm not really too sure, but anyway. And one thing about living overseas is that some of the parts, the parts will be different. Okay, you're not going to be able to get the same exact parts that we in the U.S. have. Some of these vendors won't ship to the US, but basically you search up the term or whatever. I'm sure there is something very comparable to where you live. You just need to find who's selling it. And that's one challenge that you're going to have overseas. But people have been doing it for 3 years now. So take that information and, whatever. So yeah, you can see there's a different light bar. He has my HT-Mark gun. The gloves look different. The mesh looks different. I mean, parts do look different, but hey, there's a million things out there that'll work in this application. And here's just another shot on the inside. So I think he has a cleaning station right here. So that's pretty cool. You pull out a dirty part, rinse it down here and whatnot. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this video. I just wanted to show a couple builds, and it's awesome to see people take this information and just build their own cabinet or whatever, and they're saving a ton of money, and it's awesome. And they write me back and they show me parts or bikes or cars or motorcycles or whatever that they have restored due to this machine. So it's pretty awesome to see that. Okay, so if you're interested in build one of these, I have plans in the upper right. Plans for the Harbor Freight, plans for the wood one, or you can actually bundle both of them so you get all the information and you can take all this and build whatever you want. Okay, so it's over like 15 hours of video, a bunch of PDFs, prints, spreadsheets of the parts you got to buy and all that. So it's very complete. Okay, so if you're interested in building one of these or even the Harbor Freight version, I have links in the upper right. Make sure to check those out in case you're interested in building one of these.